Hi, it's my favorite time of day, the time of day when I get to read a good book to you. And today we're going to read Dinner's Ready. It is a book about fractions. Have you ever had to share food with someone? Maybe a brother or sister. Maybe you have a big family, you have to share your food. When you share your food, especially if it's a pizza, is it important to share it equally? Yes, I would agree. And this book kind of shows you how to make equal shares. Dinner's ready, shouted Dad as he put a pizza on the table. No one came. Dinner's ready, shouted Dad again. If no one wants some, I'll eat the whole pizza by myself. Mom sat down at the table. Looks like it's just the two of us for dinner, she said. Half for you and half for me. Do you see how they cut it? Right down the middle. That makes 2 pieces for 2 people. Are they equal size pieces? Yes, they are, and that's important when you're talking about fractions because fractions have to be equal sized pieces. Dad picked up the pizza cutter. Okay, I'll cut the pizza into 2 equal parts, he said. That's what they're thinking, 2 equal parts for them. Not so fast, said Jay. I'd like some pizza too. Good, said Mom. That means there'll be 1/3 for Dad, 1/3 for Jay, and 1/3 for me. Dad picked up the pizza cutter. Okay, I'll cut the pizza into 3 equal parts. So if there are going to be 3 people eating it, if they cut it like this, do they each get the same amount? Yes, so that would be equal shares of the pizza for 3 people. Not so fast, said Ruby. I'd like some too. Good, said Mom. That means there'll be 1/4 for Dad, 1/4 for Jay, 1/4 for Ruby, and 1/4 for me. Dad picked up the pizza cutter. Okay, I'll cut the pizza into 4 equal parts, he said. So he can cut it right here and right here. Do they each have an equal piece? Yes, they do. There are 4 equal parts, so the bottom number is 4 because the bottom number, the denominator in a fraction, tells you the number of pieces total. And they were saying 1/4 because another word for 1/4 is 1/4. It means the same as 1/4. Just then the phone rang. Ruby ran to answer it. It was Mina, who lived next door. Mina's mom made tacos. She wants me to go over and have some. Is that all right? Asked Ruby. No problem, said Jay. Now we'll have more pizza to eat. Just 3 of us left, said Mom. So it's back to 1/3 for each of us. Dad picked up the pizza cutter. Okay, I'll cut it into 3 equal parts, he said. So he's cutting it like this time. The last time he cut it into thirds, he went like this. But do they still get the same amount this time? Yeah, as long as they're still equal pieces, he could cut it either way. And as long as they're still equal, they're still each gonna get 1/3 of the pizza. The bottom number, the denominator, is 3 because there are 3 total pieces here. And they each get 1 of those 3 pieces. Just then the phone rang again. Jay ran to answer it. It was Leo, Mina's brother. Leo wants me to go over for some tacos too. Is that all right? Asked Jay. No problem, said Mom. Now we'll have more pizza to eat. So now what will they cut it into, do you think? Just 2 of us left, said Mom to Dad. So it's back to half for you and half for me. When you cut something into 2 pieces, you don't say 1/2. You say 1/2 because you're cutting it right in half. Dad picked up the pizza cutter. Okay, I'll cut it into 2 equal-sized triangles, he said. The last time he cut it into half, he didn't use triangles, did he? But as long as they're still getting the same amount, both of them, then it's still cut in half. And because it's a square, he can cut it in half like that, into 2 triangles. There was a knock on the door. Mom went to open it. It was Mrs. Lopez, Mina and Leo's mom. I made so many tacos, she said. Would you both like to come and have some too? Mom looked at Dad. Dad looked at his pizza. We'd love to come for tacos, said Dad. We can have pizza tomorrow. Dad put the whole pizza into the refrigerator. And that's the end. And then they show you here how he was going to cut it. First, he was going to cut it into half, right down the middle vertically, and he would still have two pieces. And when we have two pieces, the denominator is 2. That means 1 out of 2 here and 1 out of 2 here. So if we were talking about the whole pizza here, how many halves would make one whole? How many of these makes a whole thing? That's right, 2. 2 halves make a whole. And here we cut it into thirds, 3 equal pieces, so the denominator is 3, 1/3 and 1/3 and 1/3. So 3/3 makes one whole. Same thing with 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, 4/4. 4/4 would make a whole entire pizza. Then he cut it in half again, but this time look how he cut it. He cut it right down there. The pieces look different from this one, but they're still getting an equal amount, so it's still cut in half. And look at this one, he cut it in thirds, but this time he cut it horizontally. Up here he cut it vertically, but it's still okay because everybody is still getting 1/3 of the pizza if there were 3 people sharing it. This time 1/4 is cut like an X. It's cut into triangles, isn't it? But they are still equal, so it's still 4/4 here, making an entire pizza. 1/4 and 1/4 and 1/4 and 1/4 makes 4/4, an entire pizza. Okay, I hope you liked this book, and I hope you're learning about fractions at school also. I will see you next time. Bye, Hudson.